you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the... And the Hurricanes about to kick it away and get this season started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Power football with the run. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. They're coming off an appearance in the national championship game last year, and you know they're looking to get back.
Yeah, they're motivated to take the next step. And, David, they feel like they've upgraded to several key positions this year, hoping that they can take it that one next step and win the Natty this season.
Yeah, it was one thing to get there, but, man, do you get even hungrier when you've got there and you had to watch the other team celebrate. So a good chance to take out some demons, start this year off good, and maybe forget about last year's finish.
The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
There's nothing better than opening drive, coming out as an away team. Everybody's got all that excitement, all that energy, and being able to run the football and physically.
And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
It's caught. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season...
Lots of running room. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Irish! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
Talking to the coaching staff coming into this game, they said explosive plays are going to be big for us. When we get our opportunities, we got to be able to hit on them, and you saw one right there. That time, doing it on the ground on the opening drive of the game. That just shows you this offense, they are locked in and in tune and on the same page early.
He'll bring it out. It's Marion. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Fletcher. Breaks into the open. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field. It's so tough.
He was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Beck. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. He wants to throw it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Fletcher. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Canes!
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
The give to the back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
On third down, he drops to throw. Quick completion on the out. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
He's now up to 66 yards for them on the ground already in this first quarter. He looks as if he's ready to put up numbers. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on second and short. Back to pass. Caught close to the marker. It's Fields. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Off play action. Going to try to get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
I'll tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on third down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Downfield, and he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on. The defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, after ripping off a big-time run on his opening carry, a negative play this time around, and this is going to be key. They're going to keep giving him the ball, and they need him to have more positive plays than negative ones if they're going to win.
Looking to throw, it's back. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to... Oh, he's got some space. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And he's just kind of proven that he's difficult to defend. I mean, I'm playing defense, and we've seen him have success throwing the ball through the air. But now, nice job dropping back, trying to force the ball down the field, but does a really smart thing. Just kind of tucks it, takes off, and gets the first down. This guy's showing you a little bit of everything today.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Hitting on transfer portal quarterbacks can be tricky. Certainly Miami did so with Cam Ward a season ago. And Jesse, they're hoping to keep it going with Carson Beck.
They want the Carson Beck version from 2023. At the end of that season, after winning the Orange Bowl, a lot of people thought Carson Beck would end up being the first pick of the NFL draft. 2024 was a bit more up and down. They need him to play well each and every week. He's playing, remember, behind Cam Ward. He's got a very, very big shoes to fill, but no doubt he is the key for Miami's success.
They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Got him downfield. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. That kind of play is just vintage Hurricane receiver play.
I mean, big-time playmakers on the outside. The list is long for Miami, but finding those elite speedsters down in the state of Florida, it's not a hard job.
The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. They just keep firing. Makes the catch. It's Lyle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
The Hurricanes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Tight end now in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. So the pop pass is busted up in the backfield for a loss.
Offense trying to go push pass on 1st down on the goal line, but the defense, tremendous surge up front. They get penetration, and they get the tackle for loss.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. To the air. It's Beck. Might be looking to run. They keep him out of the end zone. He's run out of bounds at the 5.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation. Drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the QB.
Blasted as he lets it go. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. 4th down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. The 50. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
And there's something you don't see often, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get at minimum tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Three tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Back to throw, it's Beck. Fires left. Finds his man, it's Bauman. And he's down at the 41, that's a 1st down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man, it's Daniels. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. I don't think he was the primary receiver on the play, but when you get that open, you become the primary target.
You ain't lying. A great job. Credit to the quarterback seeing it, because you have your primary guy you want to go to first. He sees him wide open, delivers the strike. That's the guy you should hit, the guy that's open. Don't get hung up on that first guy all the time.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football.
Touchdown, Miami! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. UTEP overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from El Paso, these Miners gotta be thrilled with the result. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. Pickoff, what a play to set him up. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Moving away from pressure. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After that flag, they spot the ball inside the 20. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. This time on target. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Grabbed behind the line, it's Lyle. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms.
42 Spider.
Might be calling a hot route. Wants to pass. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half.
Black 24. Black 24. Clear. Clear.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
That is a big-time gamble, man. I was second-guessing the head coach deciding to go for that and not just kick the field goal in the last play of the first half, but he trusts the big fellas up front. They decide to run the ball. They get movement, and he plows his way in for a touchdown, and with it, take the lead on the final play of the first half.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. He'll bring it back looking for help. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
So now it's second and long. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Fires to the right. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Going the other way, and he's got room.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Here come the Irish back on offense. The give. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Behind the chains now on second and long. The play action fake. Fires to the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down. And you go to old Mr. Reliable in the red zone, and you still have a chance to turn this into 6 instead of 3.
And third down, great job by this offense. Move the chains, give yourself another fresh set of downs, but find the big targets in the red zone. Those guys make life easy on a quarterback.
Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top. Here's the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
How about this goal line defense? On first down, they expect the run. They stuff it for a loss. And on second down, expecting pass, they can now get after the quarterback and bring him down for a sack. They are pushing this offense back in the wrong direction. This has been textbook goal line defense here as of late.
He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. To throw, it's Beck. Pocket breaking down. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Man, teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, he breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
Got his man. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quick strike complete. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Notre Dame looking for this 4th down conversion. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Looking downfield, it's Beck. Unleashes it. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Oof. That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
No chance to run, but they still move it forward. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th, all tied up. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Fires to the big fella. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and he add the answer to the test right there.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Scanning the field, it's Beck. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it inside the 30. Here he goes. Touchdown, Canes. And they've moved out front here on the 4th.
And how about the bomb, the long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Minnesota delivered a statement victory that's going to be celebrated in Minneapolis for some time. And if this team's not careful, it could become a football school again like it was back in the 1930s and 40s. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Handoff to the lone back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man in the middle. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
To the air on first down. They've got the screen set up. At the 45 on its way. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Motion from the back. Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
And nowadays, you're not always going to get these quarterbacks on the ground because they're so athletic. But nice job getting the sack, let him out of the pocket there, but now forcing the fourth down, and it's decision time for this offense.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. That's caught. It's Fields. He's going to be run out of bounds, and he needed a couple of more steps. They'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterbacks.
There he goes! Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Looking to throw, it's Beck. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Daniels. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now trying to keep this drive alive on third and long from the 45. He might want another play. Wants to throw again. He's got him. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10.
Cricket.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8.
Down 55 weak.
Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Dropping back, it's Beck. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach, because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
Now, this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Big tight end makes the grab, 1st down, still on his feet. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down.
Man, how about that on 4th down, and they got to throw the football. They make the play in a big-time moment. Nice job by the offense, getting this a little bit closer to the finish line.
Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in, because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.